Hello kids and welcome back. Previously we managed to get create account working. It was all very cool, and in this next bunch of videos we're going to build a login section, okay? So customers will be able to log in and do all sorts of cool stuff. So let's get started. Now if I go to the Get Bootstrap site here and I click on Getting Started, then I go to Examples, we have a pretty nice little login screen here. I think it's not too bad, you know. So I'm going to copy the source code for that, and I think I'm going to chuck that in the templates folder, and we'll just call that new file something like, I don't know, login_page.php. I think that'll do. I am making this up as I go along, folks. Just bear with me and stay cool. Anyway, let's build a little login thing that loads that up. Okay, so we'll call it login, and view file is login_page. That's the vibe. Okay, now let's just remind ourselves how these things are actually called. The vibe is that we do something like that, okay, something like that, and I'm going to open up the Your Account controller, okay, and that was from a practice run. Pretend you never seen that, and actually if you did see it, the code was rubbish, because we're not going to do that. We're going to have a vibe where they go to Your Account /login, right, and it's going to call the login template. Yes indeed. So it's going to look something like that, right? So that's going to call the login thing, which is here, and that's going to load the login page. That's the vibe, and that is the ticket, okay? Now the view file, I'm kind of wondering if that's necessary at this stage. In fact, let's not bother, we'll come back to that later on, okay? Let's just get the basic vibe rocking and rolling here. So it's going to be Your Account /login. Okay, well, it certainly didn't take long for the problems to start. I'll just say data equals that. Who cares? I just want to get rid of the error message. Okay, login page. Yes, that was completely rubbish. So let's just grab the source code here. We'll paste it in. Yes, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Now this is going to look completely rubbish actually, because look, see, we've not got the links and whatnot working, but that's okay, folks. Stay cool. Remember, we've done this before, so we can copy the vibe from here. We can head on over to login page. We can paste this. Whoopsie daisy. We can paste this vibe in here. And we're halfway there. So now all we need to do is get the public bootstrap thing up again, and you'll remember that there's a bunch of code goes right to the bottom of the page. So let's just whack that in here. Save. We're going to refresh, and things are starting to look pretty good. Pretty good. I've never used inspect element for this browser, but if we do and refresh, you can see that everything's loading up, so that's good. Right, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. How do you close this? You know something, folks? You know why I'm using this Vivaldi for this stuff? Whenever I go to Google Chrome, it keeps showing all of my past usernames and stuff, and it's just a dodgy vibe, you know? So that's why I'm doing some of these tutorials in Vivaldi. Anyway, that's cool. However, let's not crack open the champagne. It's taking up the whole screen here, and that's not so good. So let's go back to the Get Bootstrap site. We're going to get some help. Yes, indeed. And we'll add some of that grid system stuff. Do you remember that stuff? It's here somewhere. Here we go. Yes, it's the grid system. Thank you very much. Activating grid system commander. You've done this so many times now. This is easy. So it goes something like that. We'll have it with a size of 4. We'll do that vibe there, and then we'll close the container thing up. So that's us, and thank you very much indeed. So that's all good, right? Actually, let's just do a wee bit of a tidy up job. Okay, thank you very much indeed. So this is going to look kind of nice, but it'll be over to the left hand side. Okay, so to move it over to the center, I'm going to use a vibe called offset, right? Offset is the vibe. And if I can just find the thing, where on earth is it? Here is the vibe. It's this call MD offset thing, you know, and I'm gonna chuck that in here. Okay, so it's added call -MD offset blah 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 blah, and watch as this moves the thing to the center of the page. Yes, thank you very much, and everything is now cool. I'm happy, ready to rock and roll, and all is well. Now, just so you know, the way that this, oh by the way, let's do a link, shall we? Shall we do a little link on the home page? I think that would be a good vibe. So let's just do that while we can. So, and NBS, let's do 7 spaces. That's Codeigniter lingo there, folks, in case you're wondering. And we're going to your account login, and we'll just have a wee link here that says login, right? So if we go to the home page, check it out. Yes, thank you very much. Create account. Thank you. That works fabulously. And login takes us here. So here's how it's going to work, folks. We're going to have 2 types of logging in. We're going to have a short-term login, and we're going to have a long-term login, okay? The vibe is, if someone signs in and they leave this remember me thing here, then we're going to use sessions, or session variables I should say, to remember who they are from page to page, and to take care of all of that stuff, okay? Sessions. Now, if you don't know what sessions are, you're probably watching the wrong tutorial series. I'm assuming that you're familiar with the vibe and how sessions generally last about 10 minutes, let's say, or at least during 10 minutes of inactivity, or when the window closes or something like that, okay? We will be using session variables to remember who the people are and whatnot. However, when people tick this thing here, remember me, it's going to be a whole different vibe. When they tick remember me, we are going to use cookies, and the vibe is we're going to set those cookies for, let's say, an expiry date of, let's say, 2 weeks, okay? So it's going to remember the people for 2 weeks, and they won't have to sign in again. That's the vibe, and thank you very much indeed.